Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about today's video because we have another addition to the iHeart Revolution X Disney Storybook collection. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys have probably seen my review on the 3 other original storybooks that first came out in this collection. If you haven't seen that, I am just going to show you a quick recap on my thoughts on these, as well as the new one, which we are going to be talking about today and playing with and doing our first impressions on, and that is the Little Mermaid storybook. You guys, I love the Little Mermaid. She's definitely one of my favorite princesses next to Tiana, and I'm really excited that they decided to come out with another storybook. But before we get into all of that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and join the fam. You can also follow me on my Instagram at TATIANNAANESA so we could connect over there, and also follow your girl on TikTok at TATIANNAANESA. All of my socials will be linked down below as well as on the screen for you guys, so definitely check those out. I do plan on doing a giveaway on Instagram strictly for my Insta followers, as well as on TikTok, coming very soon, so make sure you subscribe to those because those giveaways I'm really excited for. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do a quick recap on the other 3 Disney storybook palettes from iHeart Revolution. So the first one that came out in the original collection was the Princess and the Frog palette, you guys. I love this one. One thing I loved about all of the previous storybooks is that each palette or book is dedicated to that specific princess. So of course in the Tiana one, you literally have everything that reminds you of the Princess and the Frog, and then you also have the blushes and the highlighters that Princess Tiana would actually wear. The shades run really deep, so of course on deeper skin tones these colors look absolutely scrumptious, and I love this palette. I have so much fun playing with this, and I have been really loving it and using it a lot more recently. If you know, you know. The next one was the Cinderella storybook, and this one of course was the palest out of the 3 that they originally came out with, but of course that's to be expected. I mean, it is Cinderella, and this is what Cinderella would actually wear, so I wasn't mad at it. But I loved the color story of this palette. It definitely reminded me of Cinderella, and I had so much fun playing with this. Of course, I didn't really get much use out of the face palette part, but I wasn't mad at it because I love that it just stayed true to the princess. We have the Beauty and the Beast one, so if you are a fan of Belle, this one is the palette for you. This one is very cute. Definitely also reminds me of Belle. I love the color stories. Literally Beauty and the Beast all the way. So true to the princess, so true to the movie. The names, everything are just done so perfectly. And then we have the blushes as well as the highlighters. I will have all 3 separate videos of these storybook palettes linked in a card above, so you guys can check those out in case you want to see more in-depth swatches, all that stuff. Definitely check out one of those videos for whichever palette you're interested in. But we're gonna get into the Little Mermaid. Oh my god. Okay, now we're up close and personal. We're all on the face. I have my base done. I don't have highlighter on. I don't have blush on. All I have on is, where is it? Literally, this is all that I have on my face. Setting powder, Laura Mercier. And then these 2 bronzers from Morphe. This is the Morphe bronzer in the shade Supreme. It's my go-to bronzer. It's literally my everything. I have the biggest dent in here, and I'm just shocked that I have not hit pan yet. And then I also have been using the Avani Greg Luminous bronzer just to add a little bit of glow to the face. Look at this packaging, you guys. It's so cute. It literally looks like a storybook. The side of the palette is gold pages, and on the back you have Sea of Possibilities written here. I love the attention to detail. I keep them on display because I think they're so cute, and they literally look like books, so they're just so fun to have. Here we have the palette. So on this side we have, oh my gosh, the glare. Let's get this crap off. Oh wait, oh my gosh, what a good opportunity I'm missing. That's enough. Okay. So right here we have the 3 highlighters as well as the 3 blushes. Something I'm noticing right off the bat is that I was really intrigued to see how they would do the blushes for Ariel, because when I think Little Mermaid, I do think like red blush, like pink blush, but also like really vibrant blushes right here, which I'm really excited about. I think I could definitely use this blush, but also like mix with these two. I think I could really get away with those. As well as the highlighters. Like, I'm looking at that, but do you guys see this really gold highlighter? That shade's called Under the Sea. We have like a pinky highlighter right here, but we also have like an even more like pink highlighter down here. So I am gonna swatch those, but let's go ahead and swatch the blushes. So this one is called Part of Your World. We have Make a Splash, and then lastly we have Total Catch. So from the swatch, Total Catch doesn't look as deep as it does in the pan, but we're gonna just see what these look like. Okay, yeah, okay. So they look really ashy. They look really ashy on my hand. I hope that these could be useful as like a blush that I could use to like set cream blushes, because I tend to not go in with blushes that are more like pigmented than the cream blush. I just want something that's just gonna kind of like be in a way translucent when I set that. Let's go ahead and swatch the highlighters. I have high hopes for the highlighters. Oh, that looks so good. So this one is called the Heart of the Sea. We have Under the Sea. Oh my god, that's a really gorgeous gold. Then we have Rule the Wave, which is that pink highlighter. These are very chunky looking highlighters, so just wanted to let y'all know that. Oh, that's pretty, but it's so icy. Look at that. Wow. Oh my god, that gold is stunning. Okay, and that pink. Okay, I want to go ahead and go in with the highlighter first because I'm like really excited to try this. I'm obviously going to go in with the gold, which is Under the Sea. Picks up quite a bit on the brush. I just turned up my ring light a bit so you guys could see. It's super pretty. It's very subtle. It's a very subtle highlighter, which I'm not mad at. Like, I'm definitely building it up, and it doesn't look as gold as I thought it would. Alright, yeah. I do like that highlighter. It's a really, really pretty shade. I'm definitely not mad at that. It just doesn't look as golden as I thought it would. I'm gonna go in with the shade Total Catch. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I'm a little nervous for this. Like, really nervous for this blush. I don't even know if I see it. Do we? It's really subtle. Like, it's like, yeah, like I figured, like this blush, it's not deep enough for my skin tone. Honestly, like you can see it, like it's there. Like you definitely have to put a lot on, but I think that shade would really, really flourish as like a blush topper kind of shade, or like something to set any like cream blush, you know? Going in with it on its own, I feel like it would really fade away very, very quickly because it is already partially light. But if you are definitely like fair to medium or medium tan skin tone, I feel like that blush would look really, really gorgeous on you. But like if you're a person of my color or darker, then I feel like maybe we could use this as like a blush topper or mix this with another blush or something like that. I do want to go in with the shade Make a Splash. It is a lot lighter, but I just want to see what this adds to this. Definitely nothing. It just kind of makes it a little ashy. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take some more of that Total Catch shade and just put this on here. I'm not mad at the blushes, y'all. I personally love, for the price point, the fact that you get like a face palette and like an eyeshadow palette in one. I love that because I feel like you get a lot for your money. But we are gonna play with these eyeshadows because I'm excited to try these eyeshadows. These definitely remind me of the Little Mermaid. Like we have Sebastian, which is this red right here, Ariel, Aquatica, Ursula, Ocean. Like I just love I love it. I really want to do a like Ariel inspired look. I really want to do like red, green, maybe some blue. I don't really know, but I don't really want to look like a Christmas tree. But I mean, it is like, it's 11:43 at night and I'm filming this video, so what do I want to do? Okay, this shade right here, Seaweed, is calling my name. So I'm going to take some of that shade. We're going to plop this here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to plop that there. So I will say, I Heart Revolution's eyeshadow formula, it's not the best eyeshadow formula I've ever tried. But of course, like, you can definitely work with it and it's definitely workable. You just have to build it up a bit. But if you're okay with building it up, then you probably would really like this. If you get your hands on this palette, don't expect it to be like the most pigmented thing. Expect to have to build it up. That's how the other 3 palettes were. So I just found that I have to go in with a really good eyeshadow base. So today I did prime my lids with the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Laying Low. That's just what it's like, works best with these shadows. After playing with the other storybooks, I just found that that's what works best. Now that I have the shade Seaweed all in the inner corners, I do want to go in with the shade Ursula, which is this really, really gorgeous purple. It's a deep, like, plum purple. And I just want to plop this in the outer corner and just diffuse it into that green shade. I low-key feel like I'm going for a Mardi Gras vibe. Now that I have that blended out in the outer corner, I am going to take my color-based primer from Beauty Creations. This is in the shade Jade. I really want to go in with a green shimmer, but I want to make sure my lids are like really primed for that color to show up. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do like a nice little cut crease. Alright, so now that I have that shade down as a base, I like that it's a green base, but I really want to go in with the shade Aquatica, which is this really, really gorgeous blue. It kind of looks like a topper, but I found that with these particular shimmers from I Heart Revolution, you have to have a nice, like, tacky or just a good base for the shadow to actually show up. So that's what I'm doing. So we're just going to take this and just plop this right here, all on that green. Now that that shade is all on the lid, I am going to go in with the shade, I do want to go back into the shade Ursula and just kind of diffuse that inwards, just to make sure it's like a seamless blend and that there's no harshness or harsh lines. I am going to take my NYX liner in the shade Blue Trip. This is the NYX Epic Wear liner, and I'm just going to put this on my waterline. Y'all, I am in the process of taking off my lash extensions right now, and some of them are being really, really stubborn. So I don't think I'm going to put lashes on or mascara because it's also really, really late and I'm about to take this all off. Alright, so here is the finished look, you guys. Let me just share my final thoughts on this palette. So, do I think that out of all 4 now, instead of 3, all 4, that this Ariel one is the best? Definitely not. I'm still gonna say that Tiana's is the best just because it's really, really vibrant. A lot of people can get a lot of use out of that particular palette. But I will say that these are really, really fun collectibles. I know some people are like really, I don't know, iffy when people talk about makeup being a collectible, but really and truly, this is just truly a fun collection, and it's fun to collect because it's like you're really collecting storybooks, but they're eyeshadow palettes, and I just love that. I love that this is like a collection where if you pick a palette, you know exactly what you're gonna get. The eyeshadow formula is definitely not the best formula on the market, let's just be real, but it is fun palettes. They're fun to play with, and you definitely can make them work. Like, look at my eyes, I made them work. If I hadn't filmed this video and I just came on here with this eye look, you probably wouldn't even know what eyeshadow palette I've used or which brand, because you can definitely make them work. With I Heart Revolution's formula, I just really feel like you just need a really good base to help those shadows you know, pop, you know. But for $20 you get an eyeshadow palette and a face palette in one, which is like you're paying $10 for each thing. So I definitely think that you don't necessarily have to pick up the Little Mermaid one, even though that's the one I really focused on today in today's video. But honestly, I would just pick up any one of these storybooks that interest you, whichever is your favorite princess. I feel like if you love that princess, you'll probably love using this palette. You'll probably have fun playing with one of these palettes. So yeah, that's that, and it's late. So I'm about to go take a shower and wash this off. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. You already know the drill. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and follow me on my socials. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.